remain one of the best teams in the Eastern Conference. We'll find out why the growing number of players arriving from the minors have been so good at shoring up this roster.
I think the level of detail on Wilkes-Barre is second to none.
We'll tag along to Children's Hospital as the Penguins provide some holiday cheer to some local patients.
It's pretty inspirational to see the way that they handle things, and they're dealing with some pretty tough situations, but they've got a great attitude.
A face-off win is the foundation to a winning effort on every shift. It just so happens that the Penguins have several guys who are quick on the draw. In our Penguin saga, we'll take a look back at the unusual use of an everyday item found in your kitchen that kept Peter Taglianetti propped up on his way to a Stanley Cup.
All this space-age foam and all this stuff that people use all over the country, nothing works.
Inside Penguins hockey, providing quality entertainment for the next 30 minutes. Hello from the Parliament Building in the capital of Canada, Ottawa, Ontario, the site of this week's edition of Inside Penguins Hockey, presented by Heritage Valley and you, uniquely connected for life. I'm your host, Dan Potash. As we all know, the Penguins are having an outstanding season. Now, you would expect that with guys like Sidney Crosby, Evgeny Malkin, and Marc-Andre Fleury, but they've needed a little help. Okay, actually, they've needed a lot of help from their affiliate in Wilkes-Barre Scranton, and they've done an outstanding job. Rob King explains why.
Major injuries to major players. Names like Scuderi, Martin, Letang, Malkin, and Orpik. And then the unexpected suspensions to James Neal and Derek Englund. At the time, it seemed like a recipe for disaster. But the depth that we've seen come up from Wilkes-Barre and what this whole organization has been able to do and produce, and the wins that keep coming and coming. It's been a little hard to believe. Through mid-December, 9 different members of the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins have played up with a big club. And it hasn't just been a shift here and there. They've logged meaningful minutes, and those players have earned the trust of their head coach.
The trust level with their being prepared, their knowing how to play, how to execute, and what's expected on the ice is it's been 100% a job that Coach Hines and Blaine Nazardine have done down in Wilkes-Barre. There are players that are more prepared than some of the ones we have here.
The praise for the Wilkes-Barre coaching staff doesn't end with Dan Biles.
The systems and stuff, we run the same thing down there, so when we come here, we're not adjusting, as far as systems, we're just stepping in and playing.
Down in Wilkes, we play same systems. I think the coaches up here and down there are talking all the time, and every one team makes an adjustment. The other team will make it, so everyone's familiar when they come up with systems and what the coaches expect, so it helps feel comfortable and think less when you're on the ice.
They have the same expectations down there as they do up here, and I think, having to, meet those requirements kind of every day down there allows you to kind of feel comfortable when you come up here and they expect the same out of you.
I think that just shows how deep of a team we have, and no matter who's out of the lineup or who's in, somebody steps up, and when somebody goes out, it gives another guy a big chance to go into a bigger role, and the guys have ran with it, so it's been good.
The unusual amount of players up from the AHL has been good for their transition to the NHL game. But for some, it's a little strange to see so many familiar faces in the locker room at Consol.
It is weird, and like after the games and, hanging out on the bench and stuff like that, it's a different feeling, you kind of feel like it's the same team down in Wilkes-Barre a little bit, and, it's fun. It's fun seeing, a bunch of guys up here with us and going through the same thing.
They're gaining experience and kind of have each other to lean on. They're all going through the same thing right now, just beginning of their careers, just starting off playing their first games, but they're great players. I mean, they're good players, and I think that's why they're coming in and they're having success.
In my short 3-year career so far, even up, in Philadelphia there, you didn't really see this too often at all. Rarely did you have more than a couple. To have 8-9 guys up here right now is very different.
I think it is unusual. You see how many guys are up playing big minutes every night, and it's yes, I've never seen that before, and it's great. Those guys are getting experience, and
It's the NHL. You know, they're playing great and we're winning right now.
The success of these call-ups has kept the Penguins going strong through a tough stretch, and that's exactly what the head coach is looking for.
We have expectations about how we're going to play and compete and what we're going to do on the ice, and they've been able to go out there and do it well.
We are still driving the net here on IPH. Keeping players on their feet is tough for any NHL trainer. In this week's Penguin Saga, we'll show you the sticky solution to a skate issue that kept this former Penguin in the lineup and helped him raise Lord Stanley's Cup. Plus, this holiday delivery scored with these kids.
What is that? You gonna talk?
Say hello?
Hello? Oh yeah, it's food.
Welcome to Nissan's most memorable event of the season. Shop for a little extra help, a great way to avoid the crowds, and something perfect for long holiday road trips. Now get $500 holiday bonus cash, a $169 per month lease on Juke, or get a $179 per month lease on Rogue. Hurry! Bonus cash ends January 2nd. Shop ChooseNissan.com.
Voted the best buffet in town, the Grand View Buffet at Rivers Casino. Enjoy all-you-can-eat, mouth-watering options at 7 freshly prepared cuisine stations every day, including all your favorites, like our savory carving station, fresh crab legs, and decadent desserts. Plus, weekly specials like our Sunday brunch, with slow-roasted prime rib, bone-in ham, and all your favorites. Treat yourself today at the Grand View Buffet. Visit riverscasino.com for more info.
The person who said, if you love something, set it free, probably wasn't talking about dollars. Pretty much everybody wants to keep those. Most car insurance companies know this because they keep yelling about it. Only they don't say how they're saving those dollars. But Esurance was born online, raised by technology, and majors in efficiency. When they save, you save. So you can keep your dollars. Esurance, backed by Allstate. Click or call.
The Dodge Big Finish event is going to be huge. How huge? We're literally giving away cars. Just mention this ad, get a free car. It's that simple. I don't even know how this can be a sound business practice. And again, they're all free.
Inside Penguins Hockey is brought to you by Heritage Valley Health System. Heritage Valley and you, uniquely connected for life.
Much like Dana Heisey does today, former Penguins equipment manager Skip Thayer always had to keep his players happy. Whether it was their sticks, their skates, their jerseys, everything had to be just right. Well, in this week's edition of Penguin Sagas, Peter Taglianetti tells us how he asked Skip one time to think outside the box. Or should I say, outside the jar.
Skip Thayer, who was our trainer at the time, medical trainer, I took a shot in the Washington series, I believe. I believe it was the right on the front part of my ankle, right where your foot bends, right on the skate laces where you tie your skate. It was a bone bruise, and if anybody has ever had skates on and have lace bite, it's like it's raw skin and just painful. But it was a bone bruise, and I could not tie my skate. And so we're in there trying to figure out what we can do. So, we get all this really cool looking foam, and we're making donuts out of them. We're putting this stuff in, and nothing seemed to work. And Skip was talking to somebody, I think in the Secret Service, that they were friends or whatever, and they called somebody at some space agency in Washington. They sent this space age foam, and next thing you know, the U.S. ski team was sending this foam that they used for their ski boots, and nothing worked. And then when Skip was a trainer in Chicago, Al Secord had lace bite. And Skip said, we use this. I tried this for lace bite, and it seemed to work. We use peanut butter in a baggie and just kind of tape it up so it seals and try it. It worked. Don't ask me how. Don't ask me why. It was just the density of it, and it squished enough that it felt comfortable, and you could tie your skate in the whole 9 yards. And next thing you know, there was like 40 cases of peanut butter at the locker room. You know, the Giant Eagle and whatever. They were sending all that kind of stuff. And I only used it for maybe like 4 games. But it was just something that literally peanut butter was the only thing that worked. And all this space age foam and all this stuff that people use all over the country, nothing worked.
Of course, the Penguins score a lot of goals on the ice. You would expect that. That's what they're paid to do. But they also score in many ways off the ice, and you simply can't put a price on it. Case in point, last week's visit to Children's Hospital. Much like they do when they take the ice, the Penguins entered Children's Hospital as a team, except they were not looking to score goals. Smiles on the faces of these children was a win-win for everyone.
It's pretty inspirational to see the way that they handle things, and they're dealing with some pretty tough situations, but they have a attitude, and I think for us too, like I said, we end up having more fun maybe than they do.
These players resemble warriors during a game, but on this day, their strength and skill takes the back seat to the battle these children endure.
I ran into an 8-month-old baby who's going in for open heart surgery. It touches your soul for sure. I know it's obviously an emotional day. It's a very happy day, but at the same time, it's incredibly sad. Yeah, you look for the kids, and they bring great energy and smiles, and then you look at the parents who have an incredible passion for them and love for them, and to support them through this incredibly tough time.
This visit was embraced by everyone, even those who do not know a thing about hockey. In this case, an unfamiliar face can bring joy by trading a smile for a smile.
You walk in the room and they're overwhelmed. The little kids sometimes don't know what to say. They act shy a little bit, but I'm pretty sure, knowing my kids, how they react when they're shy, when something touches them, that they'll talk about it for a long time with their parents and friends.
The kids are going through a lot right now, so to be able to see them excited and looking forward to something and forgetting why they're here for just a few moments makes all the difference to us, and obviously to the patients and families. It's just such a wonderful experience for them. They'll keep talking about for weeks to come.
Yeah, what's that? Is that a mic? What's that? What is that? You gonna talk?
Say hello?
Hello? Oh yeah, that's food.
This trip will not show up in the win column, but easily goes down as one of the biggest for the Penguins this season.
We had a good time today. Met a lot of different kids, and I think we laughed maybe more than they did. So I think everyone just had a good time and hopefully took their mind off things here in the hospital.
We're already looking forward to our next shift here on Inside Penguins Hockey. Did you ever wonder which group of players is most likely to hear their name chanted by the crowd?
Best out of it. On the road and at home. Philly and home too.
Plus, strength, quickness, or skill, or all of the above. We'll step into the face-off circle to find out why the Penguins are so successful on face-offs.
What does it feel like to get a great deal at Happy Honda Days? Like this. Catch the spirit with a great deal on 2013 Civic with standard features like Bluetooth and a rear view camera from KBB.com's best value brand. Right now at your Honda dealer.
Pool City extends its after Christmas sale for 3 more days. All Christmas items must go. Save 50 to 70% on all remaining Christmas trees, trim lights, gift wrap, wreaths, and more. 100 trees still available, up to 75% off. Save 50% on Lemax ceramic houses. Also get 50% off our huge selection of pool tables, bars, game tables, home theater seats, and more. Pool City extends its after Christmas sale through Monday. Only while supplies last. Only at Pool City.
For over 20 years, the Mario Lemieux Foundation has dedicated more than $15 billion to cancer research and patient care. Donate today and help Mario give others that chance to win.
I got that chance.
I got that chance. I got that chance.
Give others a chance to win.
The Mario Lemieux Foundation, giving others a chance to win.
Time now for our Heritage Valley Unique Connection of the Week. Beating 3-1 in the second period against the Minnesota Wild, Sidney Crosby added another spectacular assist to his always growing highlight reel.
Crosby after the puck in the corner, centers,
The goal was Kunit's second of the game. The assist was Crosby's 32nd of the season and helped him become the first player to collect 50 points this season. Heritage Valley and you, uniquely connected for life. When the weather's just right, you will see thousands of people skating along the Rideau Canal. Fortunately, they have yet to have at least 21 consecutive days of below freezing temperatures, but trust me, thousands of people here will be watching in awe. And speaking of watching in awe, we decided to ask the guys which member of the Penguins is likely to have their name chanted the most during a game. It's this week's edition of Forward, D or Goalie.
I'm going to go with, forwards or goalies.
Goalie. Big save. That happens at least once a game.
I'll go with forwards, I think.
A goalie. I just think it's more, you get in the playoffs, goalie, has a great game or something. I think you see it more than any other position.
It's forwards. There's a lot of skills up front, so with Sidney there, Hawking, Cooney, Duke. Yeah, there's a lot up there.
I'm gonna go with a centerman, forwards. Like you can hear either guys that score a lot of goals or guys that they're hated by other crowds are usually guys that work hard and are in your face, like a good forechecker or something like that. On the road and at home. Philly and home too.
Now, you can't score a goal if you don't have the puck, and you can't get the puck unless you win a draw. Thankfully, the Penguins have been winning a lot of faceoffs this season, so what is exactly the secret to their success? Our Rob King takes a closer look.
It's not to the death, but face-offs are the hockey equivalent of a... There are two combatants and only one winner. The outcome is becoming more and more weighted.
Last few years that, it's tougher and tougher to win a face-off. Everybody taking those face-offs more seriously and really trying to win every face-off.
There's not many centermen now that don't know how to take face-offs. Everyone's got the logistics down and the strategy down. So try and find the weakness or try and find a way to beat them.
The Penguins emphasize draws, and it pays off. They started the season by leading the league in face-off winning percentage the first 2 weeks. They've dropped down a bit, but still rank in the top 10. Speed, strength, and tactics could all factor into face-off wins.
It's a split second, so quick, and things happen so fast that you got to be clicking on pretty much all cylinders to win it. In my opinion, I think quickness is big, like sheer strength, like just gripping that stick as tight as you can, getting low. Anticipation's a big one.
It's kind of a combination of things. It's definitely quick hands, speed thing. Everyone's different though. You look at Sid and Gino; they have such good hands. They like to kind of just pick the puck and hit the puck and whatnot. Whereas a lot of guys like myself were more getting down lower, trying to be stronger on our stick and just try to kind of power through it. But it all depends who you're going against that night. Everyone has different tendencies, and you kind of learn those the more you play guys.
You have to try to concentrate every face-off like that to be your last. Just do everything you can to win the face-off.
Whenever you're pulling against something, another guy's going to be pulling against you, the strong man and the low man is going to win. You hear that in football a lot. The low man wins. So they always teach the defensive, linebackers and D-men or cornerbacks to get low and wrap up. It's the same way with hockey. Face-off's the same way. If you can get low, you can grip your stick tight, and you can just, if you can just use your strength, you're going to win a lot of draws with that.
Having your A move, a B move. Some guys' A move is speed and tactical. Some guy is power and strength. And there are some players that are good at both. I think you see Crosby be good at the speed, but also the power aspect of winning the face-off. And you think you see UC Oakland be good at the technical and the speed of winning the face-off.
Sidney Crosby takes more face-offs than anyone else in the NHL, and he's won more than anyone else, too. Crosby has also won more power play face-offs than anyone in the league. Joe Vitale is off the charts with a percentage, just a clip under 60% this year. There's one simple reason why the Penguins stress face-offs.
You want to win draws because you can't score goals unless you have the puck, and you always want to start with the puck. If you can start with the puck on a shift, your shift's 40 seconds. If you can start with the puck, you're gonna have the puck for at least the first 10 to 15 seconds at least. That's a third of your shift. So if you can start with the puck, opposed to trying to find the puck and then play with it, it's a lot easier. So it's a big key for especially our line, but definitely for a whole organization.
Winning face-offs, having the puck possession is so big now, especially for us. So that's something that we work on and we focus on. So it's nice to see guys have success.
If you look at our team, we're pretty good with the puck. So hopefully we can get as many as we can those face-offs and start with the puck. And I like our chances after that.
In specific circumstances, winning a draw can be vital.
When you're talking about a defensive zone face-off, it's you have to make sure that you find a way not to especially lose it clean. You want to win it, but you definitely don't want to lose it clean and allow a really good chance right off the face-off because everyone's kind of stopped and not in a great position.
Not everyone can win a draw and score a goal like Mary Lemieux did in 2002. But the Pens possess a weapon when Evgeny Malkin is in the circle with James Neal nearby.
Malkin, he's great on the left dot when James Neal's standing behind him. He goes right to 65, to almost 68% on that dot, where on the other dots he's not as strong. So we try to identify the technical, the speed, the power aspect of it, and put people in the right spots to win those draws.
If Malkin jumps the gun on a puck drop, UC Jokinen can step right in as a plus face-off guy too. Brandon Sutter annually is better than 50% in face-off wins as well. So up and down the roster, the Penguins are strong.
You have a 50-50 puck that doesn't go either way. It's kind of laying there and you need help from your wingers. So it's really kind of a five-man unit. I think as a centerman, you love to be able to win them clean back and, start with possession, but it doesn't always work that way. And, that's where those other guys help out.
It's a team thing. I think it's an organization thing. I think when you come in here, like one of the first meetings I've had here was like they preached on face-off. I mean, one of the first drills we did the first day of camp this year was face-off drill. Like they really love putting face-offs and they know how important it is to the game. So it's such an emphasis and such a key here that I think when you're a player and you come into it, you can't help but adapt to the organization and how important it is for them because then it becomes important for you too.
We are just trying to stay warm on IPH, and it's not working. One of Tom Barrasso's biggest moments as a Penguin makes up our penultimate point. That when IPH returns right after this.
Last season, Marc-Andre Fleury became the Penguins' winningest goaltender when he notched his 227th victory with the win over the Flyers. He's also won 20 games in each of the past 5 seasons.
His comedy entertained millions of Americans, but his compassion saves children's lives worldwide. When Danny Thomas founded St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, he showed that the greatest reward is giving back. This holiday, test drive a new Mazda and we'll pledge an hour of our time to a local charity. Buy any new Mazda during the Mazda Drive for Good event, and we'll donate $100 to St. Jude Children's Research Hospital or these charities, because giving back is the Mazda way.
Healthcare is confusing, like a puzzle with scattered pieces. Heritage Valley Medical Neighborhoods bring the pieces together, offering the care you need most, all under one roof. Heritage Valley and you, uniquely connected for life.
special edition of Inside Pirates Baseball. Andrew McCutcheon's season ranks among the elite ever posted by a Pirates player. The best player on a team that reached the playoffs for the first time in decades, McCutcheon ran away with the highest individual honor in the game. Don't miss Inside Pirates Baseball MVP tonight at 10:30 on Root Sports. October 19th, 1970s at Predators. Tom Barrasso makes U.S. hockey history. Just months after the Panthers eliminated the Pens in the 1996 conference finals, Barrasso, the Penguins goaltender, made 22 saves in a 4-1 win to collect his 300th career win. He also became the first U.S.-born player to reach that same number. Barrasso won 2 cups in Pittsburgh and retired with 369 wins. And that's our penultimate point.
Hey, thank you once again for watching this week's edition of Inside Penguins Hockey, presented by Heritage Valley and you, uniquely connected for life. And don't forget, you can catch a new episode every Saturday right here on Root Sports. We leave you from Canada with this week's edition of the Penguins' Top Plays. Enjoy.
Crosby runs the gauntlet. Oh, boy! Let Corey stop that. Malkin to the goal. He scores! Get on your feet and make it loud, because here we go. Please welcome your Pittsburgh Penguins.
Kunitz to Dupuis, closely checked. Crosby looks for him, chips it.
Rebound and score! Dupuis got to the net. It came squirting out from behind the goaltender.
Now it's the Penguins controlling the puck in the offensive zone. Bortuzzo,
he scores! It was deflected in. I think Kovalchuk's going to get the goal.
Simone Desprez there on Lee Stepniak, number 22. One-handed ahead now to Crosby. Look at that move around Brody.
Down the wing, he fired. He scores! T.J. Brody was no match for the trickery, the stick work, and the foot speed of Sidney Crosby in that new